What is going on? We are Chiefs Out West. My name is Kia.
I'm Super Bowl, Pro Bowl, every bowl Butch.
Woo! Let's go. We are here to talk about the Chiefs' dominance over the Tennessee Titans, putting their right, they get their pass, their card, to finally get to the Super Bowl after so many years of disappointment and sadness and everything. We are here to talk about their victory and how they got to the Super Bowl. Bush, before we kind of start, what was this like for you? What was this whole, like, how are you feeling, dude?
I've been thinking of how this moment would be ever since we lost that game to New England last year. That season, so anticipated from the start of Patrick Mahomes' career to him being otherworldly, for us realizing that we have one of the greatest throwers of the football to have ever lived, who was playing on our team, and how gracious I was just to watch him play. Even if he weren't a Chief, I would want to watch him play football. He's so unique. He's a unicorn. And then to have it end the way it did, it was like something was taken from me. Like I lost a loved one that I wanted back. And we finally got that loved one back at the beginning of this season. Didn't quite go the way I wanted it to. There were injuries. We lost games I didn't think we would lose. I was upset because I was thinking we weren't going to make it to the Super Bowl because we had to play in the wild card round. Already banged up. We're probably going to lose some more players. And just everything falling into place. Getting a first-round bye. Us playing a home playoff game. The AFC Championship game, no less, at Arrowhead. Me joking about it with you on this show, throwing out the caveat that the Titans somehow were going to end up, that the Bills and the Chiefs were somehow going to end up playing in the AFC Championship game, end up being the Titans of all people, and we still hosted at Arrowhead, and it worked. It finally worked. I'm exhausted, but I love it. Just so glad, man. I'm so happy.
Yeah, no, it's definitely, we, going, a year ago, we were so close, a coin flip away, but one of the things that really kept me motivated was actually Patrick Mahomes' speech when he got the MVP. Then, he kind of stated, I forgot exactly what he said, but he's like, we're going to come back. We're going to keep coming. We're going to get this.
Last, I want to thank Chiefs Kingdom. Exactly. Your passion and love is unmatched. You're here no matter when and where. This is just the beginning. We have a long ways to go. Thank you.
Be ready, and that kind of showed the leadership and just like the changes that we made and the obstacles we went across and worrying about the Madden curse and how that affects Mahomes and him just overcoming that and just overcoming everything and just this whole team overcoming everything. And taking it game by game and just churning it up in the playoff time when they needed to, and it's just so good to see as a Chiefs fan. We've been through so much disappointments. We were so close to getting disappointed 2 times in a row, maybe, but it just showed the resiliency and the passion, the fight, and the hunger that this team has to just take it all.
Yeah. And just the quick turnaround as well. His defense was abysmal last year. They were nothing. They were a sieve. And Andy Reid, he makes the right call to bring in Steve Spagnuolo. Of course, I had my worries about that. I had my concerns, reservations, but he ended up working out. It wasn't easy at first. We had to grind for this thing, man. We had to sacrifice for this thing. The guys that we brought in, Tyrann Mathieu, Frank Clark, there were times they were nowhere to be found in that defense early on. Now I can't see what we'd be doing without them. And they've stayed healthy most of the year. This is crazy. Brett Veach, has proven himself that the string of good fortune and good leadership we've had, from picking the right coaches to losing John Dorsey, who was easily one of the better college talent evaluators to come into the league in years with this roster that he's helped put together. And it's not just, I'll take a second to say this too. I don't care how long this one goes. John Dorsey's, for all of you Chiefs fans watching this, John Dorsey deserves a big chip in this. It was him who probably didn't have the inside scoop on Patrick Mahomes the way Veach did, but his understanding of who he had relationships with throughout this league, knowing how to manipulate the board to get a guy like Patrick Mahomes, how to manipulate the board to move out of the first round into the second round in 2016 to draft Chris Jones in the second round. His mastery of that kind of thing is unparalleled. Cleveland, you messed up. All right, I just wanted to get that part out there. But man, just how it's all come together in such short fashion to complement our offense has been fantastic.
Right. And huge thanks to like John Dorsey and at the end, huge thanks to Clark Hunt, who really just set all this up for us and brought in the right pieces and really had a vision. He wanted to change his culture around, and he went out of his way, took his jet to Andy Reid, picked him up, brought him to Arrowhead. I remember that because I was like, one of my best memories that I had, with this whole new this new era for the Chiefs, and he really you could tell like he was an owner that like wanted to make his dad proud and wanted to make this franchise and the fans proud. He put him first, and he got it all done. So, yeah, no, we have a lot of people to thank for sure. There's a lot of pieces to this puzzle that really, made all this happen.
No doubt.
But, going to the game, that's kind of, we're just so freaking happy about it. But, let's just, kind of go through it a little bit. We started the game off, Tennessee kind of taking control, running game, play action fake. They're up 10-0. Like, what were your thoughts around that time versus like where you were with that 24-0 with the Texans?
Yeah, I mean, we were kind of getting worked early on. I mean, we were doing some good things, but it was just stupid mistakes. A couple offside penalties. They were hitting those second down play action passes like it was nothing. And what I thought about that Titans offense still holds true because we saw it early. They are mutants. It's criminal that A.J. Brown only got like 2 targets in that game. I couldn't believe it. Jonnu Smith only got 3 targets. Corey Davis only got 3-4 targets. That's ridiculous. And they were getting us with the passing game. You notice it wasn't really Derrick Henry, them turning off a hand to get Derrick Henry. He had a couple of decent runs. But the way they wanted to move the ball from as far back as they did, like we talked about in the preview video, they like to throw the ball. They play action, turn, and pass to get the ball downfield. Then they let Derrick Henry try to find his creases. And they got that on us early. I wasn't too terribly nervous because we were able to make it 10-7, but once it got to 17-7, I was like, oh boy. I was getting nervous.
Yeah, it was just kind of nerve-wracking to watch. I was like, oh gosh, I really hope they're not gonna, take this huge lead on us again. And we're having to worry about like coming back against a team that can just run the ball, waste time, and not let this happen. But yeah, no, Chiefs were able to answer back pretty quickly after that. Get that 7 points, and then freaking Titans answered back to make it 17-7. At that point, I was like, oh, dang, okay. We're going to have a little, like, difficulty here. This is going to be back-to-back. Like, our Chiefs, are they going to answer back right away? But, and then we remembered, they're a second quarter team. So this came at the right time. And, they made another quick answer, I think, with a Damian Williams run. Or was it? Yeah, was it Damian Williams run the 4th touchdown?
No.
No. Regardless of whatever it was, 17-14. But I knew the game was over when we made the so after we were up seven or we were down 17-14 and Tennessee had the ball and they made their first two runs, the first two plays were just a handoff to Henry and our Chiefs defense made the goal line kind of formation where like everyone on the line, linebackers, linemen, everyone was there, and he was stuffed right at the line of scrimmage. And for some reason, right there, I had a feeling that this was over. Like I think the Chiefs finally caught on how to stop them. Like it just kind of felt so like I don't know. I don't know how I felt it, but you know, they were able to stop him first, able to stop him second round, got him to 3-and-out, and then Chiefs had the ball back. I don't know if you were seeing the same things, if you felt the same way, but I felt like the momentum clearly changed after that.
Oh yeah, I knew as soon as we kept them in arm's length, I knew that things were gonna go south for them. And I started writing down here. All I did was write down the number of possessions, the time, which both offense got the ball. So Tennessee in that first half, they get the ball, goes through, they go up 3-0 with 11:29 on the clock. The Chiefs punt at 9:59 in the first quarter. Tennessee gets the ball back, 5:52 left in the first quarter. They go ahead 10-0. They kick it back to Kansas City before the first quarter's over with. 5 minutes, they score a touchdown. It's 10-7. Okay. Then they have that scary drive that makes it 17-7, and that's why I was like, okay, holy crap, they're kind of leaning on us a little bit. That's not good. That was at 6:39 in the second quarter. 4:03 in the second quarter. Patrick Mahomes touchdown pass out of the slot fade to Tyreek Hill. He eviscerated Logan Ryan, 17-14. That score right there is when I looked at it, I said, they're in trouble. Because that was 2 minutes. And they knew they couldn't stop. They did everything they could to stop us. I was like, this is going to be trouble for them if they keep giving up scores in 2 minutes. They're going to need, that's when I said to myself, they're going to need touchdowns. And then that leads to what you're talking about. They turn around, they hand it off to Derrick Henry like he's supposed to do something. And it turns into a punt, guys. That is a punt right there that they put it with 151 left in the half. Kansas City gets the ball back, and Patrick Mahomes makes magic happen right before the half ends.
I don't know, like when I saw that run, everything just went slow motion. And I was just seeing like our God, our Savior, just really like taking this team on his back and being like, you know what, I can slide, I can just go down, but no, I'm here to fight, not for my team, not for my city, but for the coaches, for everyone that been through all this heartache. He wanted it the most, and you could just see it. Going through one guy, taking a 360 spin, and then just diving into the goal line. Like, I don't know, like, I honestly just fell even more in love with Patrick Mahomes. Like, I trust him more than anyone. And he really just made me believe right then too. I think maybe after that, I just truly believed. And I was like, we got this game. Like, there's no way. Like, he's on fire and he's turned up like that. And I've never seen him like that before. And it's scary and I love it.
Yeah. That was him saying to himself, and he shows the full range of everything he can do. Keeps his eyes downfield. The defense knows he can launch it anywhere on the field, so they're still backing up. Now he's like, all right, I got him where I want him. He runs away from Rashad Evans. Rashad Evans is their fastest linebacker. Like him and Jayon Brown for their fastest linebackers. Pat, he's running with the ball. He gets a whoop, and homie falls. Homie just collapsed. That's an all-pro linebacker drafted in the first round that he just dipped with his legs. Goes down the sideline, says, "Screw it." When the game's on the line, when the pressure's at its highest, Patrick Mahomes says, "F this." And I'm not letting us go out like that. I'm not letting us go out potentially with an L without me risking my body and everything I have and my fiber of my being to score touchdowns. That's what that run was about. And that he's a big mofo. Like, he's like 235. Jermaine Brock Sr. is like maybe 2 bills soaking wet with extra pads on, and he just couldn't handle it. It was beautiful to watch. But yeah, you see him on video. I forget. I look at him on camera when they put it up close to him. He's a thickly built dude.
Right. Yeah, no, it was just really impressive. I didn't know he had that much fight in him. I just loved seeing that, and and that's what good players do in great times. Like when you really need it from them, they come up. They're not afraid to put their shoulders down and hit people, and that just shows the kind of team we have. We're just a whole different team. We want to win this, and I like how we kept moving forward. That put us up. Put us up 21-17. We go into the second half. We made some few we got a few first downs. Ended up punting. Got kind of I know I got kind of nervous because I'm like, okay, like I was hoping we could just score a touchdown and kind of put a little bit of a dagger into them, but we kind of kept them in the game. But defense again stepped up. And I think that was the last drive we saw Derrick Henry.
Pretty much, yeah. They once they punted with about 6:50 left in the third quarter, half the quarter's gone after we exchange those punts. So possessions are starting to become of the essence for them, and they're still behind, and they're giving it back to KC. They know if they give up this touchdown, it's panic time. Like it's panic mode, and that's exactly what happened. They got bludgeoned. They started taking guys out of the box, trying to put them in coverage. Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid said, okay, you're going to drop guys in coverage, you're going to turn around and hand it off to Damian Williams. They handed it off to Damian 5, 6, 7, 8 times until he ran into the end zone, put him up 28-17, and that's demoralizing. Like, it was supposed to be Tennessee that was turning around, handing it off, killing the clock, and pounding it into the end zone. And to have that, we did their stuff to them. We were the ones. We were the aggressors in that situation. You could see their guys, their linebackers, their defensive backs. They were just like, we can't today. It was too much. It was too many snaps on their body. They had a very exhausting wild card game, hard-fought game against New England on the road. They had a second game, obviously against the Ravens. They played their heart out, but the gas tank's rolling E.
Yeah. No, yeah. And as the third, and we talked about last game with, hey, they're gonna both. I think with Texas and this team, like they're gonna have to play 4 quarters against us after they already played 2 games. Like, that's a lot, and they're having to play a really fast team, faster than any of the 2 teams they played, and it showed again. Up 28-17, we get the ball back, third down. Patrick Mahomes is scrambling, goes to his right, and it was like a deja vu from last year's AFC Championship, where he throws like a bomb to Sammy Watkins. This time, Sammy Watkins is able to keep up, stand up, and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Chiefs! Oh my God! Like you could just tell they were just done. Like after that, the dagger is in, and I think that's when I started like. Just it hit me. It hit me right there. I don't know about you.
I went down. When it happened, I couldn't even cheer. I got down on a knee. I had my head in my hands because I knew. I was like, this is it. Almost a year to the day. Almost counting on the calendar. Going through everything that we went through in the off season. That was the most horrendous off season in Chiefs history. To this point, which we all wanted, and I started looking up. I looked around to the people at Stan's Barbecue in Issaquah, Washington. If anyone is ever in the Seattle area, you want to go to a Chiefs bar, go to Stan's because it's really popping. But I started looking around, and people started to realize. You see tears in people's eyes. You started to realize we're there, guys. We're finally there.
Yeah, and and I guess after that, Tennessee made it 35-24 with a quick touchdown, and we gave them the ball back, and then defense showing up, big guys on I feel like the 3 big signings that we did over the last 2-3 years made an impact. One was Sammy Watkins on that last their last touchdown. Then on the last drive, Tyrann Mathieu breaking up the pass on third down, and then fourth down, freaking Frank Clark doing the double. I don't know. What do you call that move?
I don't know what to call it. When I was like the Hakeem, Michael Jordan, double spin, back to him. I mean, he mixed homie. Flash.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but it was freaking amazing. Frank Clark was able to get enough like pressure and pushing it, kind of wait on him to like make Tannehill fumble, tumble down and end the game right there. And I'm just so happy the guys that we signed that we really trusted to make an impact on our team have been showing up lately. And they are and thanks to, like we talked about Brett Beach, he brought in these players, he signed them big contracts, and they really they won us this game. They got us to where we're at, and time went off the clock. Kansas City Chiefs are AFC championships, baby. AFC champions going on to the Super Bowl in Miami. Oh,
thank you. And a special shout out to Chris Jones. Chris, I don't know what I was expecting, but the heart of a champion. He gutted out that injury, that calf injury. I know he was in pain. And he went out there. They minimized his snaps in the first half. He came out in the second half and ate them alive. Run, pass, whatever. Pay that man.
Right. No, Chris Jones, yeah. And he's just going to get healthier in the Super Bowl. And, we're all going to get pretty healthy. Also, a huge shout out to Mike Pennell. Like, the run game was because of, he was a huge reason why that run game was stopped. On top of Anthony Hitchens, Derek Nunning, everyone on defense, like Darryl Suggs, Dan Sorensen making some big plays again. Just everyone, just playing their part. Everyone did it. Secondary played really well. Chiefs fans, we did it. We effing did it. We're finally here, but we got one more game, though. That's against the 49ers. So, but yeah, it's just been a very exhausting. But in these last couple of days, it's Tuesday today. Last couple of days just been freaking surreal. I don't know. I'm still in shock. I kind of don't believe it yet, but.
And just the way everyone's now talking about Mahomes, it's crazy to see this. I mean, if you listen to like we mentioned, we mentioned Chris Sims on Button Podcast. And he's right in his analysis of Patrick Mahomes in these playoffs. What are defenses supposed to do? If you blitz him, he carves you. You take one out of coverage, they go over the top on you with their speed. You don't blitz him enough, you drop 8 in the coverage, he can use his legs, he can outrun you, he can extend plays, throw it deep over. The defense is almost never right. They're almost never right. And with Andy being the puppet master here, I mean, who's going to outscore this team? It's going to take a lot to outscore this team because we don't make mistakes. Well, at least Pat doesn't. He doesn't fumble. He doesn't throw interceptions. And then the offense is just otherworldly in the pass game. It's the most efficient pass game in the league. It's the most efficient offense in the league. Whoever's going to try to outscore us, if the San Francisco 49ers want to try to outscore us, so be it. Bring it on.
Right. And you talk about it's just the no turnovers in crucial moments, and where we were able to eliminate those. And during the regular season, people were wondering like, they're not high on the stats, they're not high on the rankings. Yeah, we played super conservative, but we changed all those mistakes around, and we're finally playing a team. We're finally playing to what we're capable of doing, and we're just peaking at the right time, and we're Super Bowl bound, baby. And I'm just so lost of words. I'm just so excited. I'm so happy.
Niners fans, I'm sorry, but Joe Montana and Steve Young, they couldn't do this. They couldn't do what 15's doing. We'll go ahead and put that out there. I don't care how it makes you feel. You can cry if you want. You can call me an idiot if you want. I don't care what I said. Go ahead, go tell me when Joe Montana ever in his career ever looked like Patrick Mahomes. Never has he looked like Patrick. Never has any great San Francisco quarterback ever looked like Patrick Mahomes. That's why this thing is special. I don't know. Got a lot of respect for San Fran. Don't get me wrong. Santa Clara, wherever they are now. Jimmy Garoppolo, I'm sorry, bro, man. You've had a decent career. You are a part of this system in a big way. with your 8 passes and all those highlights of you turning around and toss sweep into Raheem Mostert. Way to go, guy.
Right. And yeah. And so the Chiefs, we're gonna be playing the San Francisco 49ers in the Super Bowl in Miami next Sunday. Obviously everyone's gonna be tuned into that. Please stay tuned to our channel. Please subscribe, like, comment, stay alive, and we're gonna be posting a video about the game about Chiefs and Niners. So any last words, Butch?
See you in Miami.
Peace, guys. Enjoy this one.